Hi guys, I'm Shinin. Let's begin the video.
When the ninth bell tolls, the
Hey
crown
everyone, I've
cracks,
seen
and
the
from
messages,
hollow
the
he
comments, the quiet anticipation, and I'm thrilled to finally drop the updated build guide for my mid-level sword and shield setup. It means a lot that so many of you have been rocking with my build and finding success with it. Your support and curiosity fuel every tweak, every test, and every late night theory crafting sessions that I have. So let's dive in this version sharper, stronger, and built for serious impact. To start it off, let's head to my updated stats. So the last time that I showed you my stats, I was on Dex and Strength, but right now I found out that Luck is better for the build itself. Because Luck gives Endurance Ignore, which means you will ignore the monsters or the enemy's endurance, which means you will deal more damage to them the higher your Endurance Ignore. And of course, for defensive purposes, for more survivability, that's why I went with Luck and Dex. And for the last stats, I'm planning to go on Vitality, so I can have more HP, more stamina, I guess this is for PvP, and more potion recovery, because guys, as you can see, I'm very poor, so I need all the help that I can get in terms of healing and potions. So that's it for the stats. I'm rocking max dex, max luck, and more vit. I completely remove my strength because for me it doesn't do much. Even though you have high attack and high crit and high bag weight, I still prefer survivability.
Only shadow, only sin, only Sheenan, and what lies within.
Now heading to the class and abilities. Right now I'm still using my favorite Dark Lancer. As you can see, I already upgraded to Maestro level, my barrier protection. So I was actually deciding if I'm going to upgrade defensive stance or create barrier, but I decided to upgrade create barrier because what it does is it creates a barrier that gives you, of course, a barrier that negates damage, and of course it's actually more faster to use. It's actually faster to use because the cooldown is 51 seconds compared to the defensive stance, which even if you upgraded it, the cooldown is at 60 seconds. So even though that every 60 seconds you will have like 10 seconds of defense power and damage received reduction or decrease, I still prefer the barrier of create barrier because even though it's only 5 seconds, the cooldown makes up for it. Now for the trick ability, I'm still using blink and sometimes life tap. Right now I'm using life tap because I don't need to move around as much. That's why I'm using the life tap for more attack power. And of course I still have this blink to close the gap and kill monsters fast. And for defense, I already told you I'm using create barrier and defensive stance. And for combat abilities, I'm still using Wild Dance for more attack speed and a bit of additional all damage. And now I'm actually using Hunting Strategy for defensive purposes. If you already know me, I will prefer always defense versus offense because I'm a tank. So those are the things that I'm using when I'm grinding, or this is the class that I'm using when I'm grinding, when I'm doing lower level boss, when I don't need to tank that much. But if I do need to tank, I'm still using, of course, this 3, the Paladin class. But if you notice, I haven't actually leveled this up this much because I only use it for tanking, let's say Black Wedge, the unique monsters in Tomb of Thuriosa, the guild bosses. So those are the things that I use this class, but of course I still prefer the Dark Lancer for pretty much everything. Now, Okay, now let's head to the weapon traits. I know this is a bit messy, but bear with me so I can explain why I'm doing this. So let's start with the consecutive slash. I don't use this skill most of the time, but there is like a passive trait that it will give you. That's why I got it. It will give you +3 MP recovery in battle. I'll let you know why I'm using this. So for now, I'm using the blue 3 on the first skill. For the second skill, I use a lot now. So right now I'm using the red 3, which gives me additional attack melee damage every time I use it, and another passive for melee attack +5. So actually there's a reason why I'm not using the full traits for this, and I'll explain it to you later, so please bear with me. Now for confidence blitz, I'm still using the red 3 because we still need more attack power to actually kill the mobs faster. Now plunge in, I don't use this, so sadly I can't comment anything about it. But the only comment that I have possibly is it costs a lot of mana for a bit of damage. That's why I'm not using it. This one, I always use this skill as well, the falling sword, and I'm currently using it on the middle or the blue 3. Again, MP recovery and more HP and MP recovery in battle every time I use it. So it gives like 150, if I remembered correctly. 150 recovery for HP and 50 for MP. Now this one, I haven't fully traded this, but when I'm tanking, I'm actually resetting most of the skill, and I need to get this last trait because this last trait never miss. So once you have this, hit is guaranteed even though you have low accuracy, and even if you're fighting 90 bosses, this one is good for tanking. Actually, when I'm tanking, this is the only skill that I use. Now, this one is a bit tricky one because I usually swap the traits for this one. This is the level 65 toggle skill. Now, this toggle skill is very awesome. You can actually use it for more attack speed and accuracy, or more defense and damage decrease. So right now we're using the red 3 for grinding in Corrupted Labyrinth, because we still need to kill the mobs faster before they can deal enough damage for us for our potion to be exhausted. But if I'm doing like Garbana or Deadman, if you've seen, I've been soloing those two dungeons most of the time. If I'm doing the solo, I'm actually using the middle 3, which is the blue one, for a little bit of attack speed and accuracy. So if you once you use this, it will give you 10% attack speed and 50 accuracy. So even level 90 mobs, you won't miss as much. That's why I only use this when I'm doing those higher level dungeons or level 90 mobs. But for normal ones, 890 below, I prefer to use the additional attack power and defense penetration for the skill. And for the last one, sadly, I'm poor. I don't have enough gold yet to buy this one, but just in case, I'm actually planning to get this Celestial Heaven skill. What is Celestial Heaven, you say? Well, Celestial Heaven actually gives you additional all damage and damage decrease. So there you go. So those are my plan for the traits. So of course, if you're tanking, there is a different trait that I'm using. Probably I'll show it on another video, but for now, those are the traits that I'm using when I'm grinding my SNS. And before I forget, why I'm using the traits that I'm using right now is because once you have the battle command enhance or the toggle skill at level 65, it will eat up your MP like M&Ms. That's how fast you're gonna lose your MP if you're using all the skills. That's one of the reasons why I selected the MP recovery on the trees or on the skills that I'm currently using right now, which are the consecutive slash, the first one. Even though I'm not using this, it gives me the passive trait of plus 3 MP recovery in battle. And of course, the Falling Sword Overcharge, which gives me additional 50 MP recovery, or 9 MP recovery, plus the skills on the last one, which gives the 50 MP recovery. So that's mainly the reason I'm using the middle 3 or the MP3 of the weapon traits on my sword and shield, is to sustain the toggle skill to give me more damage, more defense, or more attack speed and accuracy. Mark the dusk when he takes the field. No sigil bright, no mercy. Okay, moving on to the imprints. As for the imprints, if you right now I'm only using, I haven't resetted it yet because I'm still trying to farm more temporal pieces. But on the first one, on Theranos imprint, I'm planning to get all damage in the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th slot for the Theranos imprint. So how do we do that? So what I did after I actually traded this is I'm going to like disregard the first 1, 2, 3, the in between, in the slots in between 4th, 8th, and 12. So I'm going to focus on the 4th, 8th, and 12 for all the resets, so I can have all damage on all those special slots. Now the same thing for the Secretas, but this one I'm actually not planning on resetting it, because if you can see, I already have the damage decrease for the 4th, 8th, and 12. So those are the important slots again, or important traits that you need to get on those slots on the 4th, 8th, and 12th. For Callions, this should be attack speed. I don't plan on resetting this just yet because, as you can see, I already have the attack speed on the 4th and 8th. But on the 12, I don't want to reset it because I only have 3 remaining reset for it. So I settled with movement speed. But of course, you guys, you can go ahead and try to get all attack speed on the 4th, 8th, and 12th slot on the Callions imprint. And for the last one, this is the one that's a bit tricky. But as I've been tanking and grinding and testing a lot of dungeons, a lot of mobs, I'm planning to reset this very soon, but this time I will go with global cooldown decrease, or potion recovery. So those are the 2 things that I will change actually, because potion recovery is very useful. So I've seen like 500 potion recovery per tick. So that will be awesome if you have like a lot of potion recovery, guys. So I'm planning on this last slot, I'm planning to get either global cooldown or potion recovery. So either of the 2. As you can see, I still have 18 counts. I'm just waiting to get more temporal pieces because the last imprint, Oberon's imprint, costs double the amount. Instead of 75, you need 150. Okay, my relic actually it's not that good, honestly, because I've been balancing the relic, my horses, and the imprints for the past couple of weeks. So right now, I just want to show you that I have 46 destruction, 40 barrier, and 39 crystal of life. So right here, I'm planning to make this 40 and then head to destruction until it's 50. So that's how I'm going to progress my relic, but that's gonna be for a long time because, as you can see, I don't have that much temporal pieces right now. So
no prayer, no shield, no shining crest.
So let's head off now to another thing that you might have overlooked, the item logs, specifically the gear logs. I did manage to get like a couple of it right now, but again, if you can log your gears or log a gear here and level it up and progress it, it will give you a lot of stats that can help you grind and battle the monsters and bosses. So don't forget to always log your gear. If you have an extra, just log it here. If you can upgrade, you can buy, but I don't have diamonds, so I'm not buying. But don't forget your gear logs, guys, and even your special logs. If you can get all the unique mobs, that will be great. It will give you additional damage and stats. And even the event, even though that they will delete it. So one piece of advice, don't buy anything that you need to log on the event, guys, because they will remove it after the event. So instead of wasting your diamonds, just try and make them. They're easy to get. Now let's head to Homun. So I'm still using a tier 4 piece Homun with backpack. Actually, this actually saved me a lot. It allowed me to bring 200 more potion to battle. So maybe that's one of the reasons that I can overnight with those dungeons, or I can last longer in the dungeon that I'm grinding in. But what's important here is the bonus XP mastery. But right now, I'm trying to create a tier for Homun with a wolf helmet. So the wolf helmet gives additional damage reduction. That's why I'm trying to get one. As you can see, I already have 1, 2, 3. So I still need one to craft a tier 3. And then probably, hopefully, I can get it to tier 4 soon. So why am I creating this type of Homun? Actually, it will be an awesome Homun to have like the damage reduction. Because of course, damage reduction, I can last longer, more survivability when tanking, grinding, and overnight farming. So if I can get it, that will be great. I can use it on guild bosses and any other hunts that might need of tanking. Oh hey guys, I almost forgot. For my armor mastery, right now I'm actually using 3 plate or 4 pieces of plate armor because I got a couple when I was farming and grinding, and 1 cloth. And the reason that I'm using 1 cloth armor is this is the only piece of armor that went straight to enhancement 8, and the reason why I'm using it is because of this. Once an epic gear is at a +8, you will have another stat for pants, that is the damage decrease from monsters. For armor, it's gonna be damage decrease for PvP, but I don't have it yet. For the helmet, it's gonna be MP recovery if you get it to +8. For the gloves, this is one of the more important things that I'm planning to get and hopefully get. Is when you have your gauntlet, epic gauntlet to +8, you will have +1% additional basic damage. So your basic attack damage will have additional 1% more damage. As for the boots, once you got this to +8, it will give you additional move speed. So if I have an additional plate armor, I will be using that. But if you look at this cloth armor, or Azami-sam cloth armor, is somehow on par with the trial set. So if you look at it, so it's currently have 101 melee defense compared to the melee defense of the trial gators, which gives us roughly 137. So it's a lot, but if you look here, it actually gives more range defense and magic defense. That's why I'm using this instead of the only a +5 Gator. So that's the only reason. And of course this one, damage received from monsters, it helps a lot. And one more thing, for the additional option, I don't have a perfect one, but if you can have an option for defense power, damage received decrease, and of course HP, that will be for me the perfect option for armors. But right now we don't have that. We can only have like either HP and defensive power, or HP and damage decrease. But those are the stats that I'm currently looking for, if I have them. But I've been unlucky with the drops lately, so I'm not getting anything anymore. Hopefully next week or today or maybe later, I'll get more lucky and get more parts and try to over-ups them to +8 and hope for the best. So I guess that's it guys for my updated build guide. So as you can see, I'm trying to farm more temporal pieces. I'm grinding at Corrupted Labyrinth floor 5. So if you guys can grind here, the XP is awesome. As you can see, it's 240k plus. So you'll probably level up fast if you can have your guild or your friends grind with you here. So and one more thing, if you have any more other inquiries, questions, or probably any advice that I tend to forget, you want to know anything else, please do drop them in the comments. It will help me a lot to formulate a new guide or a new video with those comments that you drop down. And everyone, I really appreciate your support and for you finding my build working for you guys. So it really uplifts me in creating more videos, theory crafting more, and tweaking the build. So I hope to see you guys as well on my stream. I usually stream every night, but recently it's been every other day. I've been quite busy with touching grass with real life, and of course there was like system maintenance with the internet. That's why, but hopefully it's done so I can stream again every night. So guys, see you soon. I hope you can join me in one of my streams so we can talk and hang out. And you have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night, guys. Peace out.
Goes from stone down to Van Heim, yet walks alone. Eyes like